back to the show. It's time for Mirage, the pick of Team Spirit. As the Desk alluded to, Team Spirit have got to be disappointed as to, I mean, mainly the result. Like, again, it doesn't always matter how you get there as long as you get there. They didn't get there. Heavily favoured in this best-of-3 series. They've lost the first map to paiN Gaming. And now it's their time to, A, get some revenge, and B, show us what they can actually do and why they've been favoured for this series.
I think this should be easier for both teams because it's less default. You don't have to play a default style like Counter-Strike. I think in Inferno you kind of do have to do that on the T side. And so I would imagine that gives them the kind of freedom that both that should favour both paiN and Team Spirit's style of play. We'll see, I suppose. I think Idis Balance will give a significant advantage when the AWPing comes out because he started to power up, James. Like he was getting really good. He started just getting super hyped, taking really crazy aggressive peeks, hitting the shots, looking really confident and calm and collected. And we saw the opposite. Landon, he started well, but then started to drop off towards the end. So
I don't know that he started well, to be honest, but maybe it's a range thing, and maybe the more open, more traditional range for these snipers on Mirage will be favourable to him. So I would expect a better performance because I'm going to assume, I don't know much about him as a player, but I'm just going to, I get the impression that this is a more suitable range for his purposes. So I think we'll see a better performance from him on Mirage than we saw on Inferno. I think just the high pressure close range and maybe flick requirements just weren't there for him, but I think we'll see more from them on Mirage. Now, Team Spirit very handedly won the knife round, and they will start on the CT side. Sotfik with a smoke and a diffuse kit, just as we saw in the previous map. And we've got two players for paiN Gaming with a set of grenades. It's a P250 for Landon as well. And they seem to be headed towards the B bomb sites. So Landon's going to throw a smoke grenade. I do wonder, is it for both of the archers towards the short position? Out they come. There's a bait situation as well. We can see Sotfik's teammate was firing, and they won't check this position. Sotfik with two. Well, no, Sunbayoung gets a second one, but doesn't matter really. Another one. The bomb's on the balcony now, and they're stuck in the choke point paiN. They can't really get through it, but that will certainly help.
Yeah, Chopper and Colby coming in now on the rotation. 2v2. Heads up, Jules, with these pistols. Ooh, not a bad shot from Chopper. There is... Now it's down to Big Zero, but he will get chopped up as well. 1-0 Team Spirits. And, well, that was a pretty strong start. MP9 is coming out. FAMAS, Chopper. You got a scout in you? Let's see the scout. We all love to see... No. God damn it. I want to see a scout. Although that said, maybe it's better just to leave the kind of impression of Nico and a scout on Mirage in my mind. And...
Not a bad impression. I like the buy of an SMG from the sniper, and he's moving up mid as well. So the thing is, there's many situations where if Disbalance buys something in this particular round, he doesn't have money for an AWP. One way to solve that is to buy an SMG and go aggressive and get kills. If you buy nothing and just go USP, which is an option if you die, then sometimes you don't have money either. A gamble plant attempted by Landon, not quite going to work out, and Disbalance looks to make even more money. 4K for him. He's got plenty of cash for the AWP now.
Yeah, that worked out really well. I'm telling you, James, Idis Balance is going to have a huge map. I'm going to say that he'll get 35 kills.
That is a bold statement. I think that he may do well. I don't think he's going to get 35 kills. I think stylistically, the way paiN were approaching the arch position on Inferno was favourable to Disbalance, but I don't think you're going to get the kind of multi-frag situations on Mirage. So while I think he'll hold his own, I think 35 frags is wild. I think it's wild.
Yeah, I was actually disappointed there that he didn't Molotov down and create a gap in the smoke. I think he would have guaranteed a kill, actually. Either way, the mid-take comes in, and it will be met with force here. Team Spirit picking up the first one off the back of the FAMAS from Chopper. But look at this Idis Balance. As soon as that smoke... Oh, he finds a tiny gap, and there it is. He can work well with the gaps. He will be taken out, though, from Baloo. But the question now is, have the losses been too great? If you look at what's left on paiN, they don't have any utility now. The final smoke has been thrown to short, which allows Big Zero to kind of push up connector. But that's really all they have to work with and pivot off of. And you can see they will try to pivot into the A bomb site. And that will be difficult. Coldly playing Ticket will be able to cover for the player moving up the T steps. However, the AK is certainly favorable in that duel against the FAMAS. So the weaponry is kind of an issue here for Team Spirit. But if they win this round, pick up the AWP again, and some AKs, that will be huge. paiN must find a way through to the bomb site and to a plant here.
Smoking off the jungle position. That isolates coldie. He has to play retake now, and indeed, he instantly falls back deep inside CT spawn. Chopper's been in ladder room for a long time, but he is essentially playing, just lurking until it's retake time, so he's not in a terrible position, all things considered. Bigazera in connector, PKL and Fasten towards the ramp. Not the best map control for paiN, especially when they're a man down. I'm sure they'd love to make a play towards CT. They do have a flash, but it would be a risk across the site, especially with jungle and connector more or less open. coldie will be taken out. There is Young moving towards the stairs position. He's got some great cover from his teammate. 2 versus 2, Fasten with 3 HP. Young's the only person with a kit in this situation, and now he's the only person full stop. 1v1 with PKL. PKL's bought enough time. He'll get the frag as well, and there's paiN on the scoreboard.
Perhaps doing sufficient damage though, but losing the AWP in the process is certainly an unfortunate result. Balance getting punished for the peek in the window, but he will pick up a scout actually, and this actually looks quite dangerous. Org, UMP, MP9, I think Sophic is also on the... Oh, okay, an M4 as well. So, actually, yeah, pretty powerful buy, all things considered, for Team Spirit. It is a force buy, obviously. But as far as force buys go, if you have an Org and M4 and UMP and an MP9 and a Scout, it's actually looking pretty nice. They do have a decent amount of utility to back it up with as well. And they'll certainly be fighting, scrapping out for this one. The MAC-10's coming in, though. And interestingly... Young, Sophic, and coldie will have helmets, although Chopper and Disbalance do not. So those MAC-10s could find a lot of success. Scout on land-in. So interesting buy on both teams. Only 2 AKs for paiN. Despite winning the rounds, only 2 AKs. That's an interesting one. I actually don't know who to favor really here, as far as the weaponry is concerned. Perhaps the CTs, in fact.
Well, with the 2 MAC-10s, it seems that paiN understand that B is the play, although landing with the scout will be interesting. That is a post-plant situation. Smoke's being lined up. I think there's something towards the window as well, but Team Spirit have got a smoke of their own in the apartments area. Sophic on the balcony will get taken down immediately. What can Chopper do? The smoke's not perfect around that arch position, but it almost invites Chopper to paiN's advantage. So that's pretty much round over. I don't know if Team Spirit, I mean, again, they've been outmaneuvered, so there's not much to get out of this apart from death towards the B bomb site, so they will move away. coldie is rotating a lot, and surely he'll be heard by Bigazera, who is towards the mid position. Indeed, he's just about heard him. But the jewel will be lost. The money to be made for coldie. And that's the second round in the bag for paiN. They, again, the great presence of mind. They've got some short-range weapons, the scout aside, and they put themselves in a position to win. They pick up an AUG. And they've got 3 rifles and the MAC-10, so all good in the hood.
One peak too many, perhaps, but either way. paiN bringing it back. If you missed the first map, paiN did take it in double overtime. Inferno was the map. Their choice, correct?
Team Spirit's choice is Mirage. paiN's
yes.
was Inferno.
So, correct. What's the play here? As a CT side, you can just go for mid-aggression stacks. Not too much you can do that's creative, all that creative these days. Everything has been explored pretty much from the likes of Mirage. I hope Mirage is never taken out of the active duty pool, James. I will be very upset.
Because you like to run up pay ramp, Dan.
I do, and I'll be very upset. Adding more dimension to my game as we see the play come into the A site, and it's looking pretty successful here, as you would expect. Nothing to really fight with. Got pots, pans, sticks, and more sticks. Not even stones. No stones to be found. But the buy comes back in, and we're going to see that the AWP will be on Balance. So they'll have a decent buy across everyone. Lacking some utility, no kits to be seen either. But beyond that, it's looking pretty good. Again, I'm really focusing on Balance to see what he will get from that AWP. He's guarding the A steps, and this actually is pretty cool because there will be a play into the A bomb site. However, it looks like a set piece, so there will be smokes to isolate. There's not much retake utility here for Team Spirit, no Molotovs or anything like that. So it will be difficult. This is a good round to play against what Team Spirit have. You can see the AWP is forced back behind the ticket booth as now the Ts can occupy the forward spaces on the bomb site. Small gap in the smoke to work with, but Young can't quite find the spray. And paiN is standing boldly on top of the ticket booth. That's a very predictable position when the smoke is up still, and he'll be punished for it.
Chopper's rotating to CT to join Sotfik. Young just waiting in the connector position for now. There are 2 smokes for Team Spirit, so they can try to create some space to force paiN out to try and stop a bomb plant. There's one into the A main position. We've got a wide peek in the Palace area, and we've got stereo frags for Team Spirit. One more player to come, and I don't know what Young was just doing there, but we've got an attempt through the smoke, but it seems bigazera will try to hold on to his rifle at the very least, but that won't happen either. The traces will be punished, and there is the round for Team Spirit. 3 plays to 5 for them. The AWP taken as well, which will be fantastic for Team Spirit. Plenty of money for paiN, however, so they'll be straight back on the buy. Now you can see the odds from GG.bet. So paiN Gaming favoured, and you can't blame them considering they are 1 map up at the moment. Team Spirit haven't really met expectations just yet. It's down to them to change those odds in the rounds to come.
What are your expectations, James?
I don't know. There were so many issues with the first map that I'm just here to bear witness, Dan. I have no expectations at this point. Disbalance, he's got 1 more frag on his way to 35 frags down. We'll see how that continues. Deep HE grenades. You can get some nice combos with grenades into the apartments, like if you throw a Molotov there, then spray through that wooden window towards that kitchen position. That will sometimes yield a frag. We've seen some Swedish players do that with some success. So bigazera taken down early by the likes of Disbalance. PKL creeping up top mid. The bombs in apartments going underpass, and Fastin once again is lurking towards ramp on A.
So a decent passive setup from Spirit. Connector is, of course, truly open, and that's really all that paiN can possibly work with. So with the player on the T ramp, T pit, T steps, whatever you want to call it, there is opportunity with the use of smokes and Molotovs. Interesting Molotov there from Young. Incendiary. Very ready for the boost up. Again, with the positions that Team Spirit have, he can't really get backstabbed. And so that's the thing he really has to worry about. The timing is absolutely perfect, though, from him. And this is working out wonderfully well for Team Spirit. Frag coming in, though, to Young, but the trade is there, of course. And Team Spirit played that really, really well. Just they gave up certain space on the map, which was connector and mid, and they knew exactly how to deal with that, which is perfect.
Yeah, Sotfik was pushing B apartments as well, which allowed a rotation because they knew paiN weren't there. paiN just, you know, the clock became their enemy in that situation. Great angle from Disbalance behind the boxes of Toll Booth. If you crouch in a certain spot, you can't be seen by players coming out of Palace, so you can focus on the ramp position. And now paiN find themselves on pistols. 2 flashes and a smoke grenade. Got Tatazin having a look towards top mid, but we can't expect much from him in this situation, or anyone really. They'll quickly close the distance towards connector with 2 players in the underpass. Ooh, Disbalance got to be really careful. Nice tag. Or was it? Not much damage done, really. Minute 30 on the clock. paiN with numbers in that mid position. Sotfik jump peeking B. There's a deep smoke grenade, but doesn't seem there will be a push from the CT side. 3 players towards A, and Coldie's been picked off, so make it 2.
The Juan Leagues are out. This is the same setup for Team Spirit as before, but Coldie going down. You know, previously in this setup he was on the shadow position, so now Young has a little bit more to worry about. But with Disbalance watching T-Steps, he should be fine. And Young will take control towards connector, and Chopper's coming out to short as well, so they're both coordinating this well. Oh, there's a trade at trying to go for the trade, but he's been caught by another player coming out of the underpass. Now things are getting a bit scary. Smoking off connector, and they'll come in towards the A-bomb side. Disbalance is all on him. They have no smokes to really stop him. And there's the first shot. It's whiffed. That's a big problem. HE does the damage, but there comes the headshot. Fastin in quite quickly onto the A-bomb site. Young with 16 HP. What's he able to pull off from here?
The bomb's just been collected. Needs to make its way towards the site for the plant. Tatazin slowly creeping, trying to get towards default. There's 1 frag, but he can't get the second one. So much damage done by paiN early on. That may play a part in the round to come. paiN pulling out the big guns now for this round, so maybe that will pay off for them. Team Spirit are able to get the AWP out on Disbalance. He has been doing good so far. He's got 9 kills along with Some Young. So he is up there. He is having an impact. paiN would love to take an AWP away from him. It seems that would be really important. We've got the Astralis smoke towards the top of mid. Do they have an execute behind it? We've got some flashbangs as well, and indeed, it seems they have a 3-man investment towards mid position, but paiN are going for a 5-man investment towards A.
Oh dear. Disbalance will surely be smoked off. They're actually going to go really, really fast here. The smoke's indeed on the front of the bomb side. Oh my god, was that a double? I think it was a collateral kill. He'll be taken out, but that is excellent amounts of damage. Trying to play between the smokes here as Chopper and Some Young try to gain some space towards the bomb site, and CTs are definitely making their mark here as they move in for the retake, but Farstin and Landon still left alive in the 2 versus 2. The bomb not down yet, and the smokes are certainly down, so them finding a safe plant is difficult. Nice peek comes in, that's beautiful. I don't even know how you control the spray to do that, but he did. And that's a nice 3K, tidy 3K for Coldie.
That was a wild response from Team Spirit. Most teams would go for a retake position. Disbalance sees all the carnage, all the grenades flying through. Sorry, he causes the carnage, goes through towards that triple position and gets 2. Taken out eventually, but we saw players fighting through the smoke right in the bench position as well. Team Spirit refusing to allow paiN to take any, I want to say post-plant spots, but even plant the bomb. Absolutely savage response from them. You don't see that every day. Very aggressive, confident on their map pick of Mirage. Now paiN on the pistols once again. They've got 5 deagles, they've got no grenades, no utility, no flashes, no nothing. 3 players towards a ramp. Coldie's on A on his own, Disbalance towards the window for the time being. And again, the T's will close the distance in mid, or in around connector, moving through the underpass.
Some Young ready and waiting. Oh my god, the deagles are doing it again, James. They're getting in there. Some Young with the M4 is looking like he will control the situation, but they'll dive on the A site in the carnage, chaos, and Some Young is absolutely exposed. Oh no. Again, the pistols here for paiN, James. Why are they so good?
Why are they so good? Why is it so hard for Team Spirit to deal with? An opportunity now. I'm sure Sotfik had a footstep around that sandwich position. There we go. And again, he's still got a bunch of bullets. Still 16 bullets to clean up. Silenced them 4 is back. But again, paiN keep making it expensive. However, 5 rounds remain in this half. So they need to capitalize on the damage they're doing. Otherwise, it will all be for naught. 7-3, a good score. Some rounds expensive for Team Spirit. Disbalance still on the AWP though, very important. Good play with the Silence them 4. Sotfik had a lot to do here, and he delivered. And here we go again. The AKs are out for paiN. Landon's on the AWP as well. And once more, we've got 3 players going towards A early for paiN with the bomb in tow. Very telling as to their ultimate intentions. This time, it doesn't seem that anybody will be going towards the underpass.
They're going up catwalk at the same time.
There are 8 smokes on the map right now.
That's a lot, but look at this. Completely caught off guard because Sotfik, I think, expecting the A play still, didn't realize the T could be in that position, but Disbalance, look at him go. Here from the B apartments, doing excellent amounts of damage onto the paiN players as they are oncoming. It doesn't stop, does it? Another one, he finds the bomb as well. Disbalance hitting all the shots.
He's got 14 kills, Dan, in 10 rounds.
That's not bad. It's all right.
11 rounds.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, that's pretty good going. He's arguably on course for 35 frags if he can keep it up on the T side.
Arguably.
Tatterzin is surrounded, and that will be kill number 4 for Disbalance. It's nice to see the AWP rotating, especially when it has so much potential for impact like it does in this particular matchup. paiN are able to pull out some rifles. Landon and Tatterzin are short. So there'll be a Galil on Landon and a Mac-10 on Tatterzin. That's a lovely flick from Disbalance. Changing his position from kill to kill as well, so they have no idea where to look. So many angles when you peek from the window position, but what choice do they have at that point? He's fragged everybody else. Now Disbalance is pushing a ramp. Tatterzin's been lurking, and he will survive for now. Do you really want to go back to the world versus Disbalance, though? Seems paiN might try to catch them off guard and go quickly towards connector. It is smoked off, though, and Some Young was in there. So we've got 3 players in the mid position with the bomb this time. 1 lurking towards B, and fast in towards the A site. Team Spirit moving into a more respectful formation, at least towards the A-bomb site. They've got nobody watching the apartments. PKL's taken down in.
Yeah, that's always a hard spot to win because I think CTs will never just sit and hold the angle, or rarely more favorable to peek it. coldie will take down Fastin. And aggression all over the place. Sometimes Young jumping down into the bottom of connector, and that trade will not go his way. Team Spirit trying to aggress everywhere at once. And now paiN will start the sprint to the B-bomb site. coldie hits the first shot. That's an important one. That was the first player. And paiN are not out of the apartments just yet. Oh, coldie, he'll miss the second flick. Back to the market for him. And Chopper, he's got the right ways to run, still in middle. It's going to be difficult here for the Team Spirit side. I don't know if... Okay, well, I think coldie, he must know that both are on the bomb site because he saw the first player who didn't have the bomb. Now the bomb's just got planted, so...
Yeah, he didn't get to the window fast enough, though, so he doesn't know if a T's crossed to the bench position, which can be very, very important for the retake. But landed in the middle of the site, I think, and there might be a chance for Chopper. He's missed the first opportunity. They're focusing on the market position. He spotted one in the middle of the site now, and landed has just walked straight into the AWP. Down to the 1v1, the MAC-10 versus a red health coldie, and the MAC-10 will prevail, an upgrade as well. And a very important round for paiN. You can see the pressure on Tatazin's face. They need rounds on this T side.
Oh, this is interesting. coldie's going to drop an AWP to Ida's Balance. The money's really sketchy for the Team Spirit side. They'll find enough money just to drop an AWP, an AUG onto coldie, and as he is only just barely able to afford Kevlar after the drop of the AWP. So they'll be shuffling guns around to see what they can do here. But paiN do have them on the ropes economically. If paiN can convert this round, then that's going to be paiN in a really good spot to maybe get 6 or 7 this half, which I feel like would be, considering how strong Team Spirit have looked, that would be a pretty damn solid result to pick up. And you can see Sotvic, he's stuck on a P250 on the PTT side. That's not good for Team Spirit.
Yeah, Team Spirit understanding how important it is to have this balance on the AWP. He's naked as he dropped an AUG to coldie, I do believe. So he has no Kevlar. He has a smoke grenade and an AWP, and off he goes. He's got a good spawn to peek ramp or make a play towards Palace or something. We'll go towards connector. Let's see, he's going for the ramp peek. And we've got Fastin, but surely he knows not to just walk into that angle. This balance quickly rotating elsewhere. So let's see what the play is. Again, paiN really favoring 3 players towards the A-bomb site. PKL looks like he's... I was thinking maybe he's going to throw a smoke towards the window. He was just standing in T-spawn, but he's maybe thought of a plan B. And it seems that paiN will go for a straight execute into the A site, where there are currently 4 Team Spirit players.
They are going to be playing from outside the smokes mostly. It's really just Chopper who's stuck in there, and there's only 2 flashbangs. Chopper's position can be really strong if the CTs can throw in flashes to help support him as he fights. There it is, coldie's in a very intense position. Can he get some damage out from this? No, absolutely not. Fastin's wrapping around the site, and everyone's been wiped out. Ida's Balance, he's going to find a way to save the AWP. Can he get out of there? No, Kevlar, he's got to be so careful. He's just got to get out of there. Keep the AWP alive. That's the only mission he can possibly have at this point. Not escaping through the vent. It's not safe. Went out through middle. That was the safest place to go, and now the T's start to hunt already, I think. Surely they should be thinking about it. They know there's an AWP in the hands of Team Spirit. And that was a good way to play the rounds. Team Spirit had no utility to throw in there to stop the T's from just running onto the bomb site. And that's going to be 5 rounds to paiN.
Yeah, 5th round on the board. The AWP is the VIP. Well, I think Ida's Balance is the VIP, basically, so protect the VIP in this particular round. But if his teammates don't have anything, it's going to be hard to find something. There was a crazy situation. I think it was coldie on the A side. If he had gone left as default, there would have been 2 people lining up for him who were trying to clear shadow, but he went to the right-hand side. And here we are. And I think that that simple decision to go left or right maybe is win or lose in a particular situation, but here we are. This Balance has another A spawn, so he may head towards the ramp once again. I don't know if we'll get anything crazy though. Tatazin hasn't been Sorry, Farston hasn't been over-peaking, but now we've got a stark difference. paiN team headed towards the B bomb site. Again, they favored A so often in these rounds that look at Team Spirit. They're basically stacking the A bomb site with 5 players. So if paiN are fast enough, they may get into B uncontested.
Yeah, balance is okay. Well, yeah, this is over now. The nades have gone in. It's too late. Once the T's set their feet into the bomb site, there's no chance, and that's okay because this Team Spirit still have the orb that they can save in for the next round. balance really needs to save it. He needs to be super careful about not overextending. And he'll fall back. The mission here is to see if you can get a pick on someone in a spot where a teammate can collect the weapon. That would be really valuable.
Now they're really hunting paiN. But I don't know if they're going to make it to this AWP. There is some protection as well. Starting to build money for the last round, so they can afford to lose a few weapons in order to take this AWP away. Up into Palace they go. Sundayung will try and get cheeky. Maybe slow them down a little. This Balance has a chance to run after he takes a shot here. They don't head into Palace, which is pretty much a default save spot. I think they were too passive in that position. I mean, they did try to trade towards the ramp, so at least they did hunt, but the AWP survives. Last round of the first half. 6 rounds of paiN, a surprise. And you never know, Dan. You never know if the 2-0 is coming.
You really don't. You really don't. It's just because the T sides have been very, very, very strange to behold, or rather, non-standard. So that makes it interesting. Like stylistically, it's hard to predict. And here is the balcony burst. You don't often see this, but here it is. And oh my days, they are taking some shots straight to the face. Cold in disbalance, taking names. I don't know, that's falling flat on his face. That quick push through Palace. It looks like Team Spirit should be on to 9 rounds to end their first half.
Brief. Tatterson, what you gonna do? The bomb is out there in the open. You have 5 players to frag. They all have rifles. And you died. The off angle from Coldy. That position, some people call it get right, some people call it scream. Some people probably don't have a name for it. But either way, it's 9 rounds for Team Spirit.
I think, that round looks really silly because it got shut down so much. But if you have a read or a reason to believe that the CTs will play aggressive mid at the beginning of the rounds, then that round, like running through Palace like that is actually just going to win a round for you sometimes. So it's an interesting gamble, but it's just that, it's a gamble. Didn't work out. But they got 6 rounds. All things considered, that's not too bad.
Not too shabby at all.
They did lose the pistol. Let's see if they can pick it up. paiN Gaming.
It's great to see Disbalance
be
so effective on the CT side of the AWP, but now can they do the same? Can he do the same on the T side? I think this is the more difficult challenge, and this is where I want to see something from Landon. Now he's got the luxury of the CT side, but can he be? I mean, he's 5-11 right now. I don't think that matters too much looking at the CT side once he gets to AWP. But when those smokes come towards that window position, where's he going to go? I'd be surprised if he was as dynamic as Disbalance was, talking about that round towards the B bomb site. But that's all to come. First, we start with the pistol. We've got almost 5 CTs towards B, and we do have 5 Ts towards A. This is not something you see every day.
Yep, it's going to be a tough spot if they absolutely annihilate the players in CT and take that position away from paiN. Farston falls back there. That's really good. Make sure that he has teammates to help him out here. Sundayung set up with Coldy. And Disbalance. There goes the flash forwards. And this is looking really good right for now for Team Spirit. There it is. Picking up more frags, more headshots to be found. Doesn't seem like there's a way for paiN to get in here. They need to connect some headshots. Yet to get a frag, actually. Yeah,
I mean, save your Kevlar. Tatterson. It's time to move away. I think he's realized that. I don't know if he's going to be able to... Oh, okay, that works. Gets a bonus $600 as well as his Kevlar. Coldy, does he crawl through the space? I mean, he's got to spend $1,000 on armor anyway, so he might as well. Unless he doesn't want to give the money away, but he needs to buy a helmet, so $1,000 regardless. Take the gamble. I would. But I would like to see more of that. We've seen different T sides of Mirage so far in this tournament, but some of the executes towards A on a pistol, you see CT left open, but you don't always see the pop flash plays and the taking of CT. It's so strong for the post plant, really hard for the CTs to deal with unless they get openings elsewhere. And we have the force buy from paiN.
Nice flashes. Oh my god! Didn't we see that yesterday from paiN? Was it paiN?
I don't know who it was, but it was 2 Deeks.
Or Landon? Yeah, it was against FaZe. Just deleting 2 players through the I think it was even one of them through smoke or something. It was crazy. Anyways, it's a good start here for paiN. It's hard to make the force buys work on Mirage, honestly. There's so many open spaces, ways to move the CTs with Molotovs and smokes that with a good coordinated team effort it can be difficult. However, some of the youngs are out there alone, and there's a world there where Tadison peeks and just nails him with that CZ. Something I still focus at the end of the balcony, and he will fall back. With them hearing him running and falling back, I wonder if... You can see that Tadison's moving forwards. I was going to say, I wonder if they would stack towards the A side, which they actually are doing. But Sotfik comes towards the B position then. Which I think is difficult to expect after you see someone just voiding that position, running away from it. So paiN playing it well, but they are getting abused by the superior weaponry of Team Spirit. Not much they can really do. Now that the B-bomb site's been lost, they can keep the Kevlars alive though. It's always that.
This is a much better timing into B than we saw in a similar round on Inferno when they had 15 seconds left. They were equally as successful, more so, you could argue, on the Inferno one, but I just think that the timing was a little risky, a little scary. So I think this is an improvement from Team Spirit, but of course this is a map they picked, so one would expect more efficiency in that respect. PKL is holding on to his armor, as is paiN. He's picked up a Mac 10 as well, so we'll see. I mean, again, they've got nothing in the bank because they went for the force buy paiN, so this can all be used in the next round. paiN can choose to keep the Mac 10 and drop a deagle to a teammate, Bigger Zero or Tatazin. So essentially we'll have at least 4 people with significant weapons on paiN in this particular round. So let's see what does paiN do. Does he drop the Mac 10 or does he drop the deagle? Drops the Mac 10 to Bigger Zero, and he will hold on to his Desert Eagle. So we've got 2 Deags, a Mac 10, and a Scout on paiN to try and cause some bedlam in this round.
And Scouts. Team Spirits. Let's see if they can make it work. Crush the inferior weaponry that paiN have to bear in this round. The Deags have been pretty awesome. But what can they do in this round? 3 players towards B here for paiN, so seems like they expect something towards that B-bomb side. They've got a 4th player if you count Mr. Landon with that scout watching from market. Ever watchful, ever vigilant with that scope. Team Spirit waiting for an aggression, waiting for something to tell them exactly what they should be doing here. Give them a good argument to go to one side or the other. It could be a pick. It could be someone spotting some info.
They don't look poised to find info towards A, of course, as I say that. They will rotate 2 players at the minute mark, so props to Team Spirit. Sotfik seeing nothing from Connector so far. Disbalance having a look towards B, not seeing anything either. Ooh, off the wall, lovely stuff. He spots one of the CTs. Will he see PKL as well? That might be info, but he's not even picking too much. paiN taken down towards A. There are 3 players there, Sotfik and Connector, so they have some kind of crossfire towards the A side. Sotfik takes jungle, and Team Spirit appears to have made the right choice. Disbalance has done his job. He gets taken out, but it's a 4 versus 1, so no harm done.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I like the way that Team Spirit took over Connector and Ladder Room, and then decided, okay, let's kind of just move towards that A-bomb side. And then as they're moving towards it, then Disbalance starts peeking. He sees 2 players, and then from that they're like, all right, okay, we've got just enough information here to be pretty confident to move into A, and they make it work. So that's kind of cool. I like it. All right, Disbalance. How many frags does he have now, James?
Disbalance got 2 frags in that round. He is currently on 19.
Okay, he needs to get. Oh god, he needs to get some more.
Sotfik's good. I was watching on the radar. Sotfik's going to get his upgrade. Team Spirit actually, there was a time where they had nobody watching the AK on short. PKL didn't go for it because he would have been exposed to connector, and he's going to assume that somebody was watching. They were for a time, but then they stopped. But they do rescue the AK and discard Galil eventually. So now Team Spirit have paiN on their full buy. Team Spirit have doubled the score. Opportunity knocks for them. Landon's on the AWP. So we start seeing this half essentially with 5 kills. We can ignore the rounds prior. This is the buy round. This is where I need to see some impact from him.
iDisbalance leading the charge towards the mid position with the AWP. It's going to be really interesting to see how he's going to be open on this T side. Okay, there's the Starladder smoke again at top mid. It's really annoying. Really, really annoying. iDisbalance are actually picking up the kill there. I don't know what happens. He took some critical damage. I'm not sure if he got that through the smoke because there's still that smoke up. So maybe he punished some traces. That's what my guess would be.
I love this position because most places where CT stand, they won't see you crouching there if you can get there without being seen. You'll often find me in that position as well. And so sometimes you can get a cheeky entry from there. Somdayoung doesn't get one on this occasion, and he slowly backs away from the B-bomb side.
I'll remember that next time I play against you, James.
Yeah, you peek it and you'll die.
I'll find a... Well, I just molly it, then nade it, flash it.
You'll die. I will stand in the flames. I am the unburned Stan.
Like Daenerys.
Daenerys?
Daenerys.
It's Daenerys, mate. I don't know what kind of pirate copy you're watching. Some kind of Nigerian Game of Thrones.
Daenerys. That's actually really funny. I've never said that before. Anyway, here comes the set piece into the A-bomb side. And it should go quite well here. They already got that opening pick up middle. Farsin, though, if he's strong. Ooh, is that going to find... Ooh, that nade could have done so much, but it does so little. Nice crackling in as well. And indeed, Farsin with that AWP is doing some damage. 3 versus 3 now as iDisbalance gets himself on the scene with the AWP finally. But the smokes are going away. And everyone's exposed. Oh dear. Cody makes it across, and that nade does some damage. Somdayoung doing some damage. They're all stuck at CT, and the bomb goes down. This is a good look now for Team Spirit.
Little time on the clock, but they managed to plant the bomb, not knowing where the second player is. There's the second play, PKL. They know Landon's the last man standing. Going for some more bangs in case somebody's on triple. Somebody is behind, though. He needs to try and avoid getting traded. Got to be careful about how he pokes around the corners because his barrel might give his position away. There's Somdayoung. This is what we needed from Landon. He's got 3 kills so far. Where is the last play? He's got to bait out the shot. He's just going to go for the full defuse. Is Cody going to peek? I don't think he is. There's just a hero defuse there from Landon. Those are the kind of plays we needed to see. Absolute balls of steel. That is nutty. There's no way anybody's in the right mind to do that, apart from Landon, of course. I wanted to see something from him. Forget the score in the first half. It's all about the second.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. However, he was the last man surviving for his team. It's quite the economic burden. So hopefully they can convert. But yeah, that was really, really nice. Especially because it's in a position where he can't... The way the bomb is planted, he can't hold the defuse and scope towards T steps, which is normally what you'd want to do.
I feel like you would hear the scope if he... I think you would. I think you would hear the scope from that distance if he had scoped in, which raises a question mark. But there we go. He thought, this is the only way I'm going to win this round. And he won the round. If
you defuse at the same time as you right click,
you can right click after. You can right click after. Oh, maybe. I mean, they both play, but it's down to the user really. I think it's better if you use a smoke and you scope when the smoke blooms. I think you're more likely to disguise your sound with that than because it's a different type of sound entirely. The beep to the scope in terms of pitch and so on. Somdayoung, was he spotted creeping towards that position again? The shutters. Seems like he was.
Your position sucks, James.
Well, when someone else is playing it, maybe.
Well, 4 players left for Team Spirit. They're on the T side, so by no means is this round a foregone conclusion now. They're going to control the connector with that smoke. They've re-smoked mid as well. iDisbalance. He's like a kid in a candy shop, picking up whatever he wants from the pick and mix in the B-bomb sites. What else will he get? Ooh. Quick whiff there as they reinforce that B-bomb site. What is happening here? The UMP and T-spawn! If he had any other gun, James, I thought like maybe he wins that fight, wins the bomb, and that could have been it, but...
Well, Cody was coming out of Palace, so there may have been a trade anyway. But here we are. The A-bomb site has been taken, but there's still a chance because they don't know if anybody's in CT. So while they are waiting to plant the bomb, Big Zero is almost in T-ramp or Palace. Seems he is going towards the latter, fast and creeping towards the jungle position. So there is a lot to be done here for paiN, potentially, not essentially. But it's a long journey for Big Zero to walk to the other side of Palace, and that's going to waste a lot of time. Fast and passive for the time being. Now he's starting to show some presence, but he's going to get shots in the back. And a 4 versus 1. The timing just hasn't worked out for Big Zero. He will get a cheeky kill, though, and fall back. But it will be 7 for paiN and 13 for Team Spirit.
It's interesting, like, with Itis Balance, there's been so many rounds where, like, he just gets 2 kills. It doesn't seem like he's getting more than 2 at a time, but there's so many rounds where he just gets 2. And that's actually obviously really... I mean, that's better than just going crazy 1 round.
Yeah, I mean, the fact he's kept it up on both halves.
Yeah.
On the T side now, and he's still getting multi-frags round after round is really important. Yeah. Especially when you've got a 6-round lead to capitalize on that, to compound it.
The cool thing about watching him is he's so decisive. I'm liking that a lot.
That was a beautiful peek. They had the smoke down in connector. Nice frag from Chopper, asking questions of the smoke around connector. But they've got control of connector, which allows him to peek short. I won't say for free because you don't know if someone's going to be there. But they seem to determine that paiN are playing that short area passively, and they're abusing them towards the B bomb site with those peeks. This is going to be a nasty surprise. Super fast flick. Chopper cleaning up for the most part. Big Zero holds the position, however. We've got Landon in the underpass for P2000. He will not be much of a challenge for the T's, and our Big Zero remains at 13 HP. Very fast-moving round. We saw paiN try to do what they could to the best of their ability with what they had, and it only amounts to 1 kill at this point. Sotfik going for the plant, and it seems that they will try to contain Big Zero, who's heading for the entrance to B-Abs. Disbalance already with the angle. Great presence of mind, and this should be an absolutely free kill. Big Zero has a presence of mind to try and avoid a potential shot, but he won't. Double the score again, but this time Team Spirit are closer to that 3rd map, just 2 rounds away now.
Yeah, it's looking really smooth for them. And we can see that having more space on the map to maneuver, more open aim battles, it seems to be favoring Team Spirit quite a lot. They seem to find a lot of play. Landon on the AWP, Itis Balance on the AWP. Will they meet one another? Well, it could be, well, may have been a possibility, but with all the smokes down, looks like that's not going to happen now, as Team Spirit will be forced to play more defensively, especially with that deep smoke top mids. And it could be a spot for Cody to lurk out Palace. He's thinking about it with all that mid presence from the CTs. Often there's just one on the bomb site. But he can play it passively. Itis Balance going down there. And winning the battle. But look at this, just so aggressive in the underpass. I'll be traded out. Coley finally finds his timing to peek out Palace, picks off one in the A bomb side as well. And so with all that said and done, 4 versus 3, and that mid presence starting to pay off finally, because Farston is there to cut players off out of the B entrance.
However, Chopper has made his way towards T-ramp already. Coldy is in the Palace position, and there's nobody keeping an eye on the A site. Sundayoung is moving towards B, so this is going to be a really weird situation. There's a smoke on the connector, so they could try and go for a short plant, though jungle is exposed. Sundayoung's moving towards short, maybe already flanking. There are 43 seconds left. Chopper's left the bomb on the ramp, even though he's got Coldy in tow. There's most of the players on the site, so he's going to have to fall back, and that's going to cost them more time. So I don't know why you would leave the bomb there in this particular situation. You're only going to the A site at this point. There's no way you're going to rotate towards B with no information and 3 players alive. Really running this slow. Sundayoung now makes his way towards the jungle position. If he moves towards connector, they can go for a short plant, perhaps. They don't really know what is going on towards CT. Nobody peeking, planted for everywhere, and away we go.
Yeah, that plant's really, really beneficial. I don't know how paiN are going to retake this, actually, because they've been really slow. After spotting the rotation back towards A and knowing what's going on at B, they've been really slow to get positioned towards A. Kind of feels like they already gave up on this one, and they're just looking for the exits. Yeah, and they're going to give up a match, or rather a game point here.
Yeah, that is unusual. They just kind of non-committal in the middle area.
They could have challenged this one. I mean, the interesting thing is that Farston gets that kill towards the B-Apps entrance. See, like spotting the rotate through. They had Big Zeros covering the B apartments. There's no way they're going back to B at that point. He spotted the rotation. He has a really fast control and access towards connector. Could have just played into connector. Teammate playing into CT, rotating through market. He was just standing in market. I feel like there's just like this portion of rotations that just didn't happen there, which is very strange, but 15-7 is the score.
Yeah, they didn't. The last 3 players didn't have a defuse kit, but again, the bomb wasn't planted for ages. So I feel like they could have got into stronger positions in the meantime. So it seems that there was some hesitation or fear, but that led to game point. So it's kind of lose-lose. But, well, it looks like they were... I don't know, I feel like you've got to do something more there, because you've got so many rounds to come back now. You've got no margin for error, so... I don't know. This balance, 5 HP, doesn't know. You could get a deep grenade at any point into App, so he really needs to rotate. PKL's got himself into a cheeky position, but again, I can't get the decision-making out of my head in a previous round, because... you could have lost a game round and had a chance, but he just gave it up instead. Coldie has been taken out towards A. He's trying to creep towards Tetris, and he's been punished for doing so. 3 players moving up mid. Landon can be the bait. He's run connector, but how many kills can PKL get? He's got to be careful about his positioning so he doesn't overexpose himself. There is 1 kill. Not 1 more, though. 2 players remain for Team Spirit, so paiN are in a solid position. Only PKL's been lost. But they're only in a solid position in the vacuum of this 1 round.
This balance is moving towards B. He'll get eliminated. Trying to desperate play at 5 HP left, of course. Orp will find him. And this round has fallen flat on its face.
paiN have won 1 round in this CT half so far, which raises even more question about not going for the previous round. Because if you've only won 1 round, how likely are you to win 8 rounds in a row afterwards when you're in a 3 versus 3 and a bomb hasn't been planted and you more or less know they're going towards A? I'm a little confused with that.
Yeah, it's definitely a strange one. Double Ops coming out for paiN now in this round, and let's see if they can get something going. Get the comeback on the way. This balance also on the AWP has been a menace. I think they're looking for that aggressive play with the AWP from the bottom connector, and he'll get caught. It's a spot that is very often taken these days, and he'll be punished for that. Fasten in the connector as well. Will they go through the smoke without a flashbang? Yes, is the answer to that one. The flashbang comes in, but it's too late. It doesn't really actually hit the mark. This balance goes in. Can't find the flick onto CT in time. Goes down to PKL, who is playing default. And this is just madness at this point. Absolute madness. Team Spirit tried to pinch onto the A site quickly. And they got a free kill at the bottom of connector, which perhaps could have changed a few things. They decided to force the issue through the smoke, though, and that was their downfall.
With PKL and Palace now, I feel like Landon's got to rotate towards the B bomb site with Tatterzin to stack it with 2 players, and PKL's got a fair chance of stopping a plant if they do go towards A. But Landon's still watching T ramp, and Tatterzin is in short B position, so they're all spread out 1-1-1. I feel like you got to take the gamble. PKL's gone all the way through Palace now, but Landon's still in CTA, so there's an open B bomb site. Now, does Tatterzin commit to something here? Again, I just feel like they're just not active enough. Just leave PKL and Palace, put 2 people in B, you can rotate him or leave him there and have your other player in market. So now it's a 2-1-2, but PKL's quickly rotated and he has the high ground, and this might not be expected considering the bomb has more or less just gone down. Landon peeking around that market window position now, but he doesn't know if anybody's towards the bench, for example, which is a really big issue when you're trying to come in on your own. He's got no one to help him. Coldie by the default spot. PKL looking for something. Spotting the first player. Where's the second one? He can see him in the red, and it seems that paiN will survive for now, despite the odds. Absolutely bananas. But I feel like they could be more proactive there, in my opinion. I mean, doesn't mean that staying on A is the wrong decision, but I think it makes sense, in my opinion, to take that kind of gamble with the high ground advantage with a player in Palace towards A.
It's a strange world, James. It's a strange world. But there is a real chance here that they can make it happen. From all that we've seen so far, we must entertain the possibility, James, that they can bring this back from the brink of destruction, close out the series 2-0. However, Idis Balance with something severe to say about that with the AWP pick coming in against Landon, and it's a fast round into connector here now for Team Spirit. They've got some good map control moving into this one. And paiN are now having to figure out how to deal with this map control. They do not have connector. Everything's a question towards that position. Nice peek from PKL. It's peeling away one more player. And oh dear, Farson looking the wrong way at the wrong time. PKL do some more damage here. He starts to run into his position, forced to fight in a fight he had. Will not go well for him. Bigger Zero now trying to pick up the pace, pick up the pieces, pick up the slack. It's all gone wrong, James. Team Spirits looks like they finally got there.
Looks like the end of the road, and there it is. An expected result on Mirage. Team Spirit winning their own pick again. They may feel like it should be a 2-0, but that is all history now. So a solid performance from them. Fantastic from Disbalance. You called 35, Dan. It ended up being 26, but I mean, it was a fantastic. He had a very impactful performance for his team on both sides of the map.
Yeah, he was instrumental. Just getting those consistent kills with the AWP, just being the can opener to many rounds. I think that's sort of what I was looking for. Being not super experienced in casting his games as well, it was interesting to see that the potential that we saw out of his play on Inferno, it really did translate to a map that's much more open and AWP-friendly.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. And I'm curious at where the series would go now. I think that Team Spirit is still have a pretty big advantage for me.
Yeah, we are moving over to Nuke, so I think that is going to be, I would expect it, from what we've seen, to be a difficult map for paiN Gaming, but you really don't know at this point. We could be surprised. They could have, I don't know. I think it should be strong for Spirit. That's what it should be. That's what it should be. Mirage was, so it seems that Spirit have found their groove, they found their comfort zone. Again, I think there were some decisions towards the end that paiN could have made better, but there we are. Some commercials and then thoughts of the desk.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.